The day you two met seemed like a fairy tale. You showered each other in love. You paraded your love to the world. Let the world know every cute thing she did. Let the world know every cute thing you did. She doesn't know what happened. In public, they knew you was Prince Charming. Behind closed doors, you turned into hell's fire. Your fist just missed her face. You said next time my aim won't be so perfect. She never saw the signs. You seemed like Prince Charming to her. Tonight, after seeing her family, you laid your fist into her. She doesn't know what she did wrong. You just let her cry in pain. You'll act as if nothing happened. She'll cover up the truth. Nobody needs to know. Her loving partner takes her anger out on her. She fell down the stairs. There's no stairs in the house. She ran into the door. She jammed her hand in the car door. She ran into a pub. Everyone began to worry. She kept saying she was fine. She didn't want the people to know the truth. She loved you. You kept hitting your princess. You took her to the hospital. They said she had a few broken ribs. Prince Charming turned into hell's fire. He was now screwed. People asking him questions, telling him she lost their baby. It fueled his fire. The day she got home was the day everything would change. Today her loved ones are saying goodbye. Today her loved ones don't understand why. You're the monster. You killed your little princess. You showed no remorse as she laid lifeless. You showed no care as her family grieved. Yeah. So what did you think of that? It's quite sad, wasn't it? Nothing in particular inspired me to write this. I think I was on the bus when I wrote this. What was the 13th? I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory what it is about. Domestic violence, and I don't know, it's not a joke. Like, you shouldn't be beating the living daylights out of your partner. You should be loving them and caring about them, not letting them fear you. Like, regardless of whether you're a straight couple or a same-sex couple, I don't give a damn. You shouldn't be laying your fist into your partner. You shouldn't be, mentally, emotionally, physically abusing your partner. It's not right. You shouldn't actually be doing that to anybody. And it's really hard to just deal with it. As a victim, you feel like it is your fault because of the things that your partner is saying to you. Like the things they say that you think, okay, well maybe I am lazy, maybe I can't do this, maybe I can't do that, and you start thinking to yourself that maybe it is all your fault, and you feel like that there is no other way to leave because you're stuck, whether it be that this is your house and your partner won't leave, or whether it be that your family doesn't believe that the person you're dating or married to or whatever is an abuser, or maybe the cops look at your partner and just go, you're a crazy woman. I don't know, maybe the government looks at your partner and be like, oh, you're right, that person's just a normal everyday person. But in reality, once your house doors close, or you're in pain and you feel like that you've got no one there to help you. And that's a sad thing, that no matter how much fuss you try to cause, you're still blamed as if it is your fault. And it's really hard to see it any other way, because people have you convinced going, you're not the victim. And you just go, okay, well, I don't know what happened. And when you are finally free, however may that be, it is hard to overcome, and hard to trust again, and hard to love again, and hard to finally put your life back into pieces. And it's one of those things that people don't understand. I know some people who think domestic violence is actually a joke. Like in reality, they'll make some joke about it, be like, see, it's just funny. But it's not funny. It is heartbreaking to not understand it properly. And you won't understand it properly unless you're on the inside of it. And it is scary as all hell. And when you're on the outside of it, you just think, it's never going to happen to me. But you never know. You could be surprised that you might say that one day, and it will happen to you. And it's a thing that there's not enough being done about it, which is the downfall. And I've seen a lot of things where it's not being done properly, and it's just gone, okay, well, why is the victim feeling like it's their fault? Why is the victim feeling like they're being shoved in a corner and ignored? The victim shouldn't be ignored. The victim should be helped. But that's not going to happen because everyone still thinks it's the victim's fault. How is it the victim's fault when they probably didn't cook their dinner properly? How is it the victim's fault when, the clothes didn't get washed properly? Or how is it the victim's fault that, the victim had to go to work and come home and find out that they're getting beaten black and blue because they were trying to earn money for their household? Like, I don't get how any of that is the victim's fault. But for some stupid reason, society blames the victim on every little thing. And that's why the victim is really hard on themselves, because society has told them that, hey, it is your fault. It's not. And victims need to understand it's not your fault. No matter what they tell you, it is not your fault. Okay? You are loved. You need to be safe. No matter how hard that is to believe, you do need to be safe. Even if you can force yourself to leave. I know that's harder to say than it is to do. But you need to be safe. Even if worst case scenario, you drive yourself to the hospital and make some excuse up just so they can believe you and you can finally get the help. Sometimes it might even take that. Even if you run down to the closest police station and be like, help me. It might take a few moments for them to believe you, but help you. And I may have just said something that could potentially be in trouble. I know in this video, in this thing that I said, I know that I keep saying bad things about cops and government, but that's kind of true. On the media, I don't hear much about domestic violence victims and how they're being helped, and I don't even know if the government's doing anything about it. I know there is a few different campaigns. I know of White Ribbon, a domestic violence campaign that helps victims, or at least I think they do. I'm not 100% sure on what ketamine does what. I'm still trying to understand what. So maybe it needs to be talked more about. Physical abuse isn't the only thing that can happen to you. It can be emotional abuse as well. And if it's emotional, oh god, honey, you need help big time. Not only do you need help for physical abuse, that's something that society already knows about. Society just goes, oh, physical, we already know. But emotional abuse is 10 times harder for society to believe about. And it's because people don't understand what it is. And that's quite frustrating for everybody. Like, you could just tell them, yeah, I feel like I'm saying things that are wrong, but at the same time I feel like I'm saying the right things. It doesn't make sense. Probably to me it does. Just, if you are, sorry this is going really long, but if you are going through hell at home, or whether it be wherever you are, try and get help as quickly as you can, because you shouldn't be living as a victim. You should be trying to get help, and hopefully someone will finally listen to you. And I'm sorry this is long, and I'm sorry if I made no sense, but yeah, it's just something I kind of believe in. Yeah. Bye.